Okay, so there is something on Twitter right now, so let's look at that. Okay, here we go. New reveals, new card, Dreamlit Paths is the expansion. Quickly, Lux V2, this is the new champion, allegedly. Story, new vocab, activatable once per round. When activated, play a skill of the current act, then transform to the next act. What the hell does that mean? Okay, so we have a 2-mana story from Bandle City. And it's a landmark? Grant a unit Gloom. Grant an ally impact. Boost 2 units. So, Gloom? Yeah, so Vex. We're getting Vex. Okay. And since the expansion is called Dreamlit Path, we're probably getting Lillia. And since there is a Lux literally on the art everywhere, we're also getting Lux. Okay, so we kind of know everything already. Let's see this other card, the second one. I think there are more cards than this, but we'll have to wait. This is like, okay, I'm just going to do a little bit scuffed. Okay, now it's readable, right? Here's my cat. Here's a card. 3-mana story from Demacia. Why is this burst? Or why is this focus? This is, wait, this is a slow landmark? And this is a focus landmark? Grant an ally spirit, grant an ally 2 spirit, boost all allies. All right. What does that mean? So I'm going to say right now, I love landmarks being activatable. It's so good if that is a thing going forward. Activatable landmark by just clicking on them. Oh, that's probably what it means, actually. You play both landmarks at their like landmark speed, like it is right now. But then when you get the token, or when you have initiative, you can click on a landmark and then something either goes on the stack like this. Grant unit Gloom goes on the stack at slow speed. And then for Light of the Demacia, it's just like, it's focus speed that it goes on the stack, right? That's got to be it. I think that's what it means. I love this. Hearthstone has this too, and I think it's a genius mechanic. You have landmark on the board, and it's like you can activate it X amount of times, and then it does a certain thing. What's really cool is that it's implemented like a story here. It's not like a one-time effect. Well, it is a one-time effect, but it gets better. It's like progressing through a story. I think this is super smart. What's kind of confusing to me is that what if like in a later expansion they want to just make a landmark that has like the same effect you can activate 3 times? Would it just have like normal text here and then the speed on it? Well, okay, I mean, I don't know what Spirit is. I don't know what Gloom is. But the fact that the family reunion says grant an ally impact makes me think that Gloom might not be so hot, right? But what would Gloom possibly do? That's like, is it a stun or something? Is that why Aftershock was rotated? Maybe that's why, yeah. They didn't just want everything to be destroyed. Gloom is a debuff for sure because it's purple. Interesting. There's another image. Oh, there's another one. There's more cards. Big. Boost. Increase allies as positive stackable keywords or enemies as negative stackable keywords. So impact is stackable. That probably means that Gloom is also stackable. Okay, let's see. Smoldering Smirk. 5 mana from Demacia. Boost 2 allies, then they strike an enemy one after another. So this is Concerted Strike? Boost 2 allies. What boostable keyword is in Demacia? Positive stackable keywords. The only stackable keyword is impact, right? Maybe Spirit is stackable, yeah. 3 sprites. 4 mana, Demacia Bandle City. 2/2. Play, boost all other units. So what does Spirit do? Do we know what Spirit does? Maybe you can have 2 barriers? No, Bulk Hooks is still in. All the Darken Webs are still in. Wait, so what does increase mean? Is that just like +1? That's so specific, man. That's insanely specific. Impact, Augment, and Faded are the only stackable keywords right now. Is that true? I don't even think that's true. I think as far as I know, the only stackable keyword is Impact. Faded is not stackable. You can't give something 2 Faded. The only stackable keyword is Impact. So I'm assuming that Gloom is going to be a stackable keyword that you give to an enemy, and Spirit is a new stackable keyword for allies. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll have to find out. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give a quick little analysis about these cards, just assuming that we know what they do. Okay? There is not going to be any more cards for today. Unfortunately, Abby Lamaster has said, looks like they are done posting reveals for today. So we're kind of left guessing. However, the best guess so far about Gloom is that you apply this to an enemy unit or your own unit, and then they take 1 extra damage from every source. It's like giving somebody a keg. It's like giving them a keg to hold, and then, you know, it explodes whenever you deal damage to it. It's going to be my guess. So you play it as Landmark for 2 mana. At Landmark speed, it goes on the board, and then you can click on it to put something on the stack that goes like at slow speed. So you click, goes to the stack, opponent gets initiative. Opponent can react, and then they get the turn. But their unit then has Gloom. Next time, it has impact, and then you boost 2 units. And boosting is increase allies as positive stackable keywords or enemies as negative stackable keywords. So boost 2 units probably means that you get to choose 2 different units at slow speed again that then get either more impact or more Gloom. And Spirit looks like it's also stackable. We don't know exactly what Gloom does, no. So I'm just guessing. We'll probably have more answers tomorrow, but we're just gonna make do with what we have for day 1. Is this card good? I think this card is good. For 2 mana, assuming that Gloom is like as good as Impact, I think this is pretty good. Also assuming that there is going to be some synergy within the next 3 champions that we're getting, I think Family Reunion will probably be a good card. A little bit of control. Grant an ally impact is entirely irrelevant though, unless it's to level up a champion. That would be the only reason I could see that being meaningful. Boost 2 units seems to be very good though. Increasing the stacks. Grant an ally spirit. Grant an ally 2 spirit. Boost all allies. Boosting all allies feels like it's very much a Demacia thing to do, but it's at focus speed. What do we think Spirit does? Spirit is stackable. Maybe Spirit is like get 1 extra stat point from every boost or something? No, that makes no sense, right? Boosting in League? Boost all allies. Yeah, that's me when I play ranked. I boost them all because I'm just better. Like this, like for 3 mana, I don't know how good this is. Because Spirit would have to be pretty good if I want to pay 3 mana to grant 1 ally spirit first and then 2 ally spirit. It's like, what this basically means, because this is only once per round, you play this and then you have to wait 2 rounds at least until you can boost all allies. So that means that whatever ally you're granting spirit to would need to be alive at the end of those turns so you can boost them. So this has to be like a Demacia Battle City card, or you're playing a bunch of impact, which is not a very good combat keyword. So Spirit, if Spirit is a good combat keyword, then this might be playable. If this makes your units more durable, so it's more likely to get this boost off, I think that's good. What I'm seeing right now, though, because it's likely we get Vex and Lux as champions, as indicated by those 2 cards, the third one likely being Lillia, but it looks like Battle City Demacia is a deck that they want to see playable, which has been a strong pairing in the past. That was very much about just playing a bunch of small units, then playing either Yordle in Arms, which is rotating, by the way, to give the entire board +2/+2 or +3/3, or back in the day +4/4 even. But this seems to be more like swarming and then giving everything impact multiple times to end the game, or spirit, whatever that may be. I can't say what this is, but if it's a good keyword for combat, this will be a good card. For 3 mana though, actually now that I mention it, it says boost all allies, right? But the problem is, this landmark takes up 1 board space. So that means that you're always boosting all allies. That can never be 6. So at most, you'll be boosting 5 allies. Landmarks being played in a deck that cares about units has always been awkward. Like, it feels like there's already some anti-synergy. You want a very big board, as big as possible, with impact and spirit, that you want to boost them all, but it's unlikely that you get a board that is that big. Scarground, yeah, Scarground's like, let's be honest, it's been a deck, but it's never been good. Grand Plaza was very strong, yeah, absolutely. Grand Plaza was insane. But Grand Plaza didn't care about you having a big board. It cared about having like 1 good unit per turn, right? I hope Spirit is good enough to change it, because I really like seeing new cards playable. Check Discord. This is not real. Super elusive. Hell, okay. I hope this is real. I hope this is real. All right, anyway. So we'll see about this landmark. More information tomorrow, I suppose. I just bring you guys the news. I don't make the news, okay? I'm just here to review cards. Boost. Increase allies as positive stackable keywords or enemies negative stackable keywords. A Smoldering Smirk. 5 mana slow, and it's basically Concerted Strike. They strike an enemy one after another. So that means the one you target first strikes first, and then the second one strikes. That's literally how Concerted worked. You have to be careful with that for proccing Fury or getting the kill on Fiora. But now they specify it. Boost to allies. Yeah, it's a Demacia card. Demacia seems to be the spirit region so far, whereas Bandle City is the Gloom keyword and the Impact keyword. This will be a good card, because boosting to allies, there looks to be a lot of value in that, and having a slow speed Concerted Strike is just going to be super good in a lot of decks. I kind of like that they're doing this. They're giving like a strong strike, but now it's slow speed, and there is some specific synergy that not every deck is going to have, so it might be hard putting this in like just any deck. Okay, and then 3 sprites, 4 mana, Demacia, Bandle City, play boost all other units. So that is also the enemy cards. 2/2. Pretty awful stats, but it does come with a spirit keyword. It says all other units, so it does not boost itself. It does not give itself to spirit. I think this card is bad just because it requires you to do something beforehand. If you are playing Story Family Reunion on 2 and then Story Light of Demacia on 3, then you don't have a board yourself to boost your units. 4 mana 2/2 just... The fact that it's a 4 mana 2/2 makes me think this must be pretty good if they're giving it stats that are this awful. Maybe Spirit is just like a great keyword. It will fully depend on Spirit. Maybe what Spirit could be, I can kind of see it. It kind of looks like this almost looks like a revive icon. What Spirit could be is like the next time I take damage, give it -1. I'm expecting it to be something like that. It's like a tough keyword almost, except it's stackable. So let's say you have 2 Spirit. That means that the next 2 times this unit takes damage, it goes -1. Something like that. Like a spell shield, maybe even. I don't think it's gonna be spell shield. I think that's too like in one direction. A stackable barrier, maybe. I could see that, yeah. I think that would be too strong though. Stackable barrier? Like just completely negate the first time this take damage in combat? Nah, that would be way too strong. There's no way they're doing that. If it was that, they could just make tough stackable. But that's not in theme for the expansion. We have the Dreamlit Paths, and this is for Lux and Lillia, maybe. We don't know. The fact it's a 4 mana 2/2 makes me think that this effect must be pretty desirable, as well as the keyword, and the fact it's dual region, of course. But a 4 mana 2/2 in a region that usually cares about stats has to be bad. So I have to wait and see, man. This is all I got for now. This is the most I can give to cards with keywords when I have no idea what they do. So tomorrow, we'll just have to wait for more reveals. And hopefully maybe a champion tease, right?